What's up, guys? Bajheera here, and I'm going to be bringing you guys some 3v3. I did a bunch of games with this team. We were playing Resto Druid, Shadow Priest, and Arms Warrior, me being the Arms Warrior, Action Jackson being the Shadow Priest, and Angelic being the Resto Druid. And when these guys approached me about playing, I was like, could this comp work? And surprisingly, it was really effective and tons of fun. We have essentially doubled the spells because the Shadow Priest can, use Mass Dispel to get me out of Novas and stuff like that. And Shadow Priest bursts like crazy. Not to mention the Cyclones coming in from my Druid, and the sort of Vampiric Touch shadow damage healing that it provides for the whole team. It's really an interesting sort of pair with the Resto Druid Hots. We are also kind of squishy because Angelic, the Resto Druid, can get switched to really hard, like what just happened right there. I mean, they did a lot of damage to him. To her, and they can also train the Shadow Priest pretty hard, but I have a lot of freedom in this because I can get double dispels and really do a lot of damage in conjunction with the Shadow Priest silences and fears and disarm fears. So once we coordinate our CCs, things start going really well. So in this particular match, we decided to just train the Ret Paladin for a long time, peel when necessary for our Druid, and just keep up the damage. So we eventually get the Ret Paladin to bubble, and we just keep laying the damage on him. Angelic's kiting around the 2 DPS on her, while right now it looks like the 2 DPS are on Action Jackson. So we're trying to spread our damage around while avoiding theirs. We're gradually ooming the Shaman. Look at the Shaman's mana. It's super low with our pressure because I'm have pretty much 100% uptime on these guys. And we're just doing tons of damage right here. And disarm the Ret Paladin. He's about half health. Action Jackson gets a full fear on the Shaman, except the Shaman trinkets it, so that leaves him open to CC down the line. I don't have a throwdown or a fear for him. But what I do have is my handy-dandy Focus Pummel. So I'm watching him. Boom! Focus Pummel that. Ret Paladin is dead. GG. And a Focus Charge the Grip just for something, for some extra cuteness / win assurance. So when I talk about, playing a warrior, a lot of people ask me for like warrior guides or warrior tips, and then I'm like, I don't think I'm that good. I don't know. If I can give you an entire warrior guide, but there are certain things that I can sort of give you an advisement on what to practice if you want to, improve your warrior gameplay. And one of those things is learning how to use your focus things, your focus pummels, your focus fears, focus charge, focus throwdown. Have a keybind for those, or at least have it factored into your macro where if you press Alt, it'll target your focus with whatever ability you're using. And that's a really good way to improve your gameplay, and something that would definitely benefit you to practice when you're doing Arena. So in this match, it's against the same team, and we try to go hard on the Shaman in the beginning. And it actually really ends up almost costing us the game. Look how low Action Jackson gets here. So I do a fear to peel, try to give him some health. Doesn't look like I even had the presence of mind to give him the rallying cry, but I gave him a fear, and then we get back on our feet, just like that. So he kites for a little while. Angelic pops Tree Form, and I pop Wreck. So we're all doing things that we can to peel, and I'm peeling with fears and with damage, like a warrior does. So we got the Paladin really low here, and he's just having to kite away and not do very much damage to us right now. So I'm trying to get on him, get a good charge stun on him, get my rend up, and just sort of try to keep a slow on him so we can do lots of damage. Angelic gets in a rough position here, but Action Jackson grips her away, so that pretty much negates all damage on our team right now. And I chase the Ret Paladin behind the pillar. He gets a freedom. The Shaman drops his Mana Tide, but eats a full fear because of it instead of dropping a tremor. So I'm able to still get, tons of damage on the Ret. I throw him down here. And looks like we're about to finish this Ret off, and we get a nice little finishing burst to, earn us the kill. And now we just, now all I have to do is finish off the DK, because unfortunately for them, they can't 2v3 a whole team right now. So finish off the DK and finish off the Shaman after a nice game. So as you can see, Warrior, Shadow Priest, Resto Druid actually offers quite a bit of CC and survivability if played, I'm not saying we're playing it right, but if you play it, I guess, intelligently, then you can do pretty well. So in this next match, you're going to be playing the dreaded Kitty Cleave. So our strategy against this team is to sit on the Paladin until he blows freedom, and then switch to the Druid, because by that time the Druid will come out. Or if you have a really pro Shadow Priest like Action, he'll just, Rambo in and fear all three of them and get the Druid out of stealth anyway. So I hit the Druid for a second, get a rend on him, and then, Heroic Leap back over to the Paladin. But the Paladin by that point is already Holy Radiance, freedoming himself away. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Hard switch to the Druid. Pop Retail, throw the Druid down, get some good damage on him, while the Paladin has to eat probably some sort of CC. And then I'm thinking, you know what? We're in a good position. Time for me to pop Wreck. But I must have some sort of Deadly Calm issue with it. I hate that, by the way. So I pop Wreck. I'm thinking I'm going to Blade Storm, and then I get thrown down real quick because I trinket something stupid, so I have to eat a full throwdown. But after that throwdown, you know what I'm going to do? Blade Storm! Yeah! In the Blade Storm, the Druid goes down. So that's some pretty wicked CC on that Paladin. And in addition to the CC, the silences, the cyclones, and the fears, there was no freedom for the Druid, so he couldn't really get away. And just ridiculous damage coming from me and the Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest, they do quite a bit of burst right now. It's really, really fun to play with the Shadow Priest. Do a nifty little intervene charge thing. Unnecessary, but fun. Get the kill, move on to the next match. Very nicely done by me and my teammates. I don't mean to sound like, well, very nice job done by myself, obviously being the pro warrior that I am, but no. So same strat applies here. We start on the Paladin, try to get a freedom out of him, but since it's a Ret Paladin, he's like, fine, I'll hit you. They drop a Smoke Bomb. They're surprisingly not doing very much damage to me, so I don't even have the Trinket or Blades from anything. I just kind of wait for the kidney to wear off and walk out of the Smoke Bomb. So in that process, we're already doing tons of damage to this Ret Paladin. At this point, the Shadow Priest is trying to mind control, but that doesn't last very long. They drop another Smoke Bomb, which I Blade Storm out of, not getting disarmed by the Rogue. Keeping constant pressure up on the Ret Paladin. I get actually pretty low here, so I don't even waste any time. I just go ahead and pop wall, hit regen, and try to survive. Which throughout that entire time, my Shadow Priest is DPSing the Ret Paladin like an absolute boss. Ret Paladin's kiting me, so I call a switch to the Rogue. At the same time, my Priest is like, switch to the Rogue, switch to the Rogue. So that's what we do. I can't hit the Paladin. I'm like, all right, forget it. Switch to the Rogue. Their Priest is trying to mana burn a Druid and ends up eating a Cyclone because of it. And in that Cyclone, we're doing tons of damage to the Rogue. The Rogue pops his combat readiness, which helps against my damage, but not against the Shadow Priests. So I throw him down. He can't use Cloak of Shadows because that shares cooldown now. So he's just taking tons of damage. I give him improved hamstring, and he tries to he's not doing anything. He gets life grip by his Priest, and I'm like, no! Heroic Leap. I don't think so. And then I get the kill with the Shadow Word Death execute combo. Very nicely done. This is, like I'm saying, guys, this is a really, really fun comp to run. We've got, in theory we would be squishy, but a Shadow Priest and a Warrior can peel pretty well, or at least it seems like we've been able to peel pretty well from the teams that we've been facing. That and Action Jackson is like probably one of the best Shadow Priests we have on the server. And, that being said, this is his alt in Bloodthirsty gear, but the skill of a player can definitely compensate for a little bit of gear deficiency. And that is definitely what happened with us. Guys, I've got probably about 5 more videos worth of footage from 3v3. Spoiler alert, we ran this comp to 2200, and I would love to share that entire run with you. This has been Bajheera. Thanks for watching.